Servus beieinander. Es ist jetzt schon eine Zeit lang her, dass ich mal wieder meine Skype-Interviews gemacht habe. Ich denke, die Ereignisse der letzten Tage und Wochen in Amerika haben uns alle beschäftigt. Darum habe ich mir heute mal wieder einen Gesprächspartner aus Amerika gesucht, mit dem mich auch noch die wichtige Frage verbindet, wer wird den Superbowl gewinnen? Kris, it's my very pleasure to have you here with me. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Achtung.
How much have you been watching television the last few days?
I was watching television quite a bit actually last week. I think as probably the whole world was. But lately, I have not. I probably just got enough of the fill, I guess, and then it's like, okay, I'm just gonna continue to do what I do. So it's because it was very nerve-wracking.
I can understand. I can imagine. Did you watch much of the footage of January 6th of this incitement at Capitol Hill?
I saw a little, I would say, probably a few hours of it, like different news clippings on Facebook. I don't really watch that much TV anymore. I guess I get the fix through the phone. But I did. I watched enough of it to be definitely alarmed and disturbed by what they were doing.
Did you expect something like this to happen?
No. What I expected was, Donald Trump wanted them to be there, and but I thought, I think that I thought was a bad idea. It's one of those things where it's like, you lost, let it go. Yes, everybody has a First Amendment right to protest, but I think because of all the conspiracy theories that were going around, that QAnon, the election was stolen, the way they were behaving, like the way in Texas where a Trump caravan apparently ran a Joe Biden bus off the road, apparently. And the more, I don't know if you were following in Germany, just the more hostile actions that they were taking, some of the Trump people, I thought this was a bad idea. But I did not expect them to do what they did. That was completely shocking.
I mean, there's no other country in the world that has this media coverage in Germany than America has, a part of Germany itself, of course. So we were following, we've been following the events in America, let's say from the very beginning of President number 45's administration. And we always were wondering how will it stop? When will it stop? Why doesn't Congress do anything? We learned the hard way last year with the first impeachment.
Yeah.
But could you have ever imagined an American president claiming an election to be stolen?
No. And the problem was he kept pushing it. And I always thought, in the United States, the foundation of the country was the distrust of leaders and politicians. Like we will elect you to lead us in various avenues of government, levels of government, I should say, but we will always hold you to account, unlike other nations. If you do this, we will protest. If you do this, we will recall you and remove you from office. And in Trump's case, it's this, all these baseless conspiracy theories. And, you had media that would sometimes generate, the alternative media, as you call it, generate conspiracy theories. But it's like, okay, whatever, maybe not. But Donald Trump would say, well, there's the QAnon guys, with the child, the what do you call it, the trade, and that has been going on. I believe law enforcement, at least in America, has dealt with that accordingly. But then the whole election, the stolen, and it's like, and I had debates with people on Facebook. I said, well, the judges, the majority, besides one case, what was it, 55 magistrates in the United States said there is no evidence of fraud or this election being stolen. So I was debating with somebody, and I said, okay, so there's maybe it happened, but you have to prove it, and nobody was able to prove it. So you have to just accept the consequences. Like it's like I don't know. The federal government here it's its own entity, I guess you could say. Like I don't feel properly represented. Represented. I look at more of my local, my aldermen, my city aldermen in Chicago, my state reps, my state senators, and the governor. That's what I look at more. Like, and then you have Washington D.C. And I'm just sad to see all these people just like to do what they did last week, and to think that they were going to make a difference. And it's like
last week or on January 6th. I think it was more people on January 6th you're talking about, 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Then I got you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like 2 weeks ago.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
My problem. My fault.
No, it's my problem. Yeah.
Okay. But you never would have expected this to happen in America. The reason why I've asked you for this interview, you've been serving on the National Guard. How do you feel as a former serviceman when the National Guard has to protect an inauguration?
It's their job essentially. But it at the same time, it was based on supposed threats to Joe Biden, and they have to take that seriously. And it's like you can muster all the police you want, but like you also need that's what the Guard is supposed to do. I mean, essentially. So it's pardon me. One of those deals where it's America has egg on their face right now with the whole Capitol breach, with the and I still can't believe it, with apparently a member of the Capitol Police taking a selfie with one of the people that went in. I don't know if he actually made it into the Capitol or what. I'm sure you and many others throughout the world saw the police remove or pull back the barricade to allow some of these people to come in, and it boggles the mind. And I had a conversation with a coworker of mine and another friend of mine, and they both said like, well, like the talk is it's white supremacy. And I thought like, there's no way, not an American police officer. Why? It's like, I can't believe it. But then I thought about it, and then I came to the conclusion like that may be the case, because why else would they do it? I can, if I was there with that unit, for example, if you want to call it a unit, and I saw my coworkers pulling back a barricade, I would say out loud, what are you guys doing? And then after it would happen, then I would, I would have to I would call my supervisor on the phone, not on the radio, but on the phone, and say, hey, look, I just observed these guys do it. Were you aware of this? Was the lieutenant or the captain, you know what I mean? Like I was beside myself, because they're supposed to protect the lawmakers no matter what, and it's just like, what happened in that agency to react how they did. And then it's like you saw that Capitol Police officer that was slowly getting crushed, against the door, and and then you saw the heroic officer lead that pack away, I think it was like a Senate chamber or something like that. I know he was at the inauguration. He got promoted to he got promoted. Yeah. So you saw some really amazing. You saw a lot of amazing courage with some of these guys, and then you just saw the selfies and it's like it's yin and yang. You know what I mean? The yin and yang, and it's like I don't know. I still can't believe it.
Okay. Then there was rumors, pictures that seemed to show that guardsmen and women had to sleep on the floor in the Capitol building. Is this just a rumor, or do you know more about it?
I mean, I did see some photos. I don't know if they were just kind of taking a nap, or they just had some downtime, or it's like, yeah, you got to get up at 3 a.m. and do a bunch of stuff. PT maybe, PT around Washington, D.C. excuse me, was when I had I never got deployed, but like when we had training, like like they call it AT or annual training, you're up really early in the morning, and so you got to get some stuff taken care of, and then there's some downtime where you can like take a nap or whatever. So I don't know if they were actually, that was like their sleeping quarters, or if they were just taking a nap. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because like a reporter can walk in there and just like snap, and it's like this is all they have. Like, come on, But like, I don't know if you heard recently the whole, and I hope I'm not like skipping ahead, when they got moved to the Senate garage. That was where some of the.
I haven't heard about that.
Oh, okay. Because I don't mean to take over your interview. Like, supposedly, the now this is another like strange, like, what the hell happened? The Capitol Police apparently told the guard in the Capitol building, like, you need to leave. Like, there are lawmakers that are about to conduct business. Get out. So they're like, okay, where are we going? Like, you're going to the Senate garage, and you're gonna park your rear ends here. So they were in the Senate garage, in the parking garage for the senators, and then supposedly word got back to some of, like, I know, like Tammy Duckworth, excuse me, our senator from Illinois. She was like, wait, this isn't right here. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. And then supposedly they were only there for a time being, and then they moved somewhere else. I don't know if they got moved back to the Capitol or not, but like political.com had this story, and like an anonymous guardsman said, like, I can't believe they're doing this to us. And like other people like on Twitter were saying, like, well, hold on, let's wait for the facts to come out first. So,
at least they say now, let's wait for the facts. Something that hasn't happened 4 years ago. Another thing I really urgently need to talk to you. In 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks, the Super Bowl will take place, and the Bayern Munich of American football are in the semis. They are in the semis. I mean, I can show everybody who am I talking about. It's not the Chicago Teddy Bears.
The Bears still, as they say.
Yeah. Last week, everybody, the pundits on German TV were talking about the game between Brady and Brees, and my answer always was Rodgers. What do you think? And now it's Rodgers against Brady. The Packers facing the Buccaneers. What do you think?
Well, Green Bay, the last I checked, they were still favored by 3 points. I think it's going to be a close game. A lot of my Packer fans, my buddies that I talk to frequently said, "Oh, they're gonna blow them out. They're gonna blow them out." I'm like, no. This is Tom Brady, and he's used to playing in the wintertime. I don't know about the rest of his teammates. I am confident that the Packers are going to win because, number one, they're playing in Lambeau. It's supposed to be, I think, 28 degrees. There's a 50% chance of snow. I don't know how much snow, but that will definitely affect the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And with them being at Lambeau, they had fans there for the divisional game against the Rams. I think with the fans and with the weather, with Green Bay's defense especially playing much better than it had like basically the entire year, and the offense still cooking, I think the Packers will win by a touchdown.
Okay. To be honest, I'm disappointed by you. I thought we were doing this interview with you wearing some cheese on your head.
I have one. I have it.
Okay.
Yeah. Shoot, I just.
You know who we are in Germany? Who are the cheeseheads here in Germany, or who we are calling the cheeseheads? That's our Dutch neighbors, because the Netherlands are known for making cheese, and we mock them with that. But in terms of football, I think I'm a very proud cheesehead.
That's awesome. Okay. My sister and I like redid my apartment, and it's much neater. However, I can't find my cheese head, which I wanted to wear on Sunday. And I'm literally going around with the chicken with its head cut off, looking for it, and I can't find it.
I'll send you some pictures from my Lambeau experience some years ago. And who do you think? What do you think on in the other game between the Chiefs and the Bills?
Yeah, Yeah, I really haven't been following up on that. I know Patrick Mahomes had a concussion along with a pinched nerve in his neck. Pardon me. So I believe he's going to be ready to go. In my heart, because I know that Chiefs offense is amazing, especially with Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and I predicted this as well. I'll find it on Facebook after week 3 was done on a Sunday afternoon. I was at a bar in Chicago called Lincoln Station. It's a Bills bar. And I told these Bills fans, I go, you're going to see a Bills-Packers Super Bowl this year, guys. And they're like, yeah. So it could happen. So I'm picking Buffalo. I'm picking Buffalo in this one. Like got to do it. I got to do it.
You think? I mean, you live in Chicago, a city which is very well known for the greatest American philosopher ever living there, and once scoring 4 touchdowns in a single game for Polk High.
Love and marriage. That's hilarious.
I think he's the greatest philosopher America ever has had. Nevertheless,
you know what's funny? My parents said you are not watching this show. It's too raunchy. So I'm like, why? It's Sunday evening. It's because we didn't have cable back then, and but like even when I was a kid, I wanted to watch it. My parents were like, you are not watching this under our roof.
No. It's been 14 years now that I got a new girlfriend, and it was very exciting. The first dates and stuff like that, and so I invited her also to my then apartment, and she came in, and looking around, and nearly would have walked out straight ahead backwards, because there were, I think, 9 seasons of Married with Children standing on the sideboard.
It's funny. You go back. They would never make a show like that nowadays, because it's not
at all. But let me take this to an end. I was lucky enough she didn't go out, and now she's sitting next door.
All right.
But we never come to the point when it's about the man scoring 4 touchdowns in one game. That's what I wish Rodgers to do on Sunday.
Oh yeah. Let's hope. I think he's gonna get 3. I think Aaron Jones is gonna get 1, and I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Williams or Dillon will get 1 too. I don't know. I'm thinking Rodgers will at least get 3.
And let it just be, let's say 7-6. I don't care as long as they make it.
That's all I care about too. Yeah. I think they got a good chance. Like I said earlier, I think before the interview started, like when we were just having a one-on-one, like I'm anxious. Like I'm anxious and I'm excited. So it's one thing to be in the playoffs. It's like, okay, cool. But then when you start getting, to the end, you're just like, you're on pins and needles. I mean, I'm sure you've experienced it being a Bayern supporter, Germany,
I know what it means being on pins and needles. I know what it's like being in the semifinals. And yeah, I just want the Pack to do it.
I think Chris, they will this
time. Okay. Kris, it's been a real pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Achtung. Thank you for having me, man. It was great. Yeah, I hope you're doing well.
So I hope you'll do as well. And what I'm really looking forward to, maybe not possible this year, but next year, share one of these in person.
Yes, sir. I know. I miss everything about Bayern Munich. You guys,
We'll come to meet each other again. Have a great time.
Sir. You too, brother. You be safe, okay, man? We'll see you soon, all right?
Okay.
Go Pack, go!
Go Pack, go!
All right, brother.